I flew an airplane, and that is what I want to talk about today. It was actually my first job was at an airport, and it's not your typical first job at all. I was 14 years old. It was over the summer, and like the thing is, like these days, you got to know a guy to get the certain hookups, and that's what it was. My girlfriend's dad worked at this airport, and it wasn't like an airport where there's big commercial planes and stuff like that. It was just small airplanes and like private jets and stuff. Like, people that owned their personal airplanes would just park them here and then take off and fly whenever they wanted. So it was just kind of like that. And what he would do was basically people would fly their private jets out to this airport, and they would get interior work done. So we didn't do any engine work or anything. We would just do interior. And I only lasted a week at this job because I was just not cut out for this shit at all. Like, I was just such a baby. And so, like, it was such hard work. And I was like, I can't do it. I'm only 14. So I quit. But for the time that I did work there, it was interesting, but the guys that I worked with, like, they were just weird, and they were way older than I was. Like, I was 14, the next guy was like 30, and so, like, what are we supposed to talk about? I remember one day, we're about to go home, and it's like 5 o'clock, and usually around 5 o'clock, look, I did a whole lot of standing around at this job. I really didn't do anything. I would just, follow other people around and assist, and, like, I was the guy that would hand the guy the tools, he'd be like, hammer. I'd hand him my hammer and be like, screwdriver. I'd get the screwdriver out of the bag and hand it to him. Like, that's what I did. And so I was all ready to go home because we usually left around 5 o'clock. And so it's like 4:45. I'm already by the door ready to go home. I'm just sitting there texting my girlfriend. And then we were talking, and I was telling her we were about to leave. And then my girlfriend says, like, whoa, where are you going? Why are you all ready to go? And I was like, dude, it's almost 5. We're about to peace out of here, right? And he's like, no, we got to fly down to the Indianapolis airport and drop something off. And I was just like, what? Like, I have to go? And he's just like, yeah, get your stuff together, get in a plane. It'll only take like 30 minutes. So we fill up the plane with gas, and then next thing you know, him and I are flying down to the Indianapolis airport to drop something off. So it, like, after like, I don't know, 10 minutes, it got really awkward because it was just awkward silence, and I was just looking out the window. I wasn't allowed to have my phone on because it would like interfere with the signals, and the awkward silence between my girlfriend's dad and I was just so severe that all of a sudden, I don't even think he was really thinking about this decision, but he's like, so Jordan, you want to fly the plane? And I was just like, no. And he's like, come on, fly it. And I was just like, I don't want to fly the plane, dude. I'm scared as it is being up here, okay? I don't want to fly the plane. And he was just like, just take it, just take the wheel. And I was just like, I'm good. I don't know if you guys have ever been in a cockpit, but there's 2 wheels. Each person that's in the cockpit can fly the plane if they want. And so all of a sudden, my girlfriend's dad just takes his hands off the wheel all casually and shit, and the plane starts to slowly go down, but it's nothing like crazy. It doesn't do a nosedive or anything like that. It's just real slow. And he's like, grab the wheel, Jordan. And I was just like, no. He's like, grab it. So I pulled the wheel back, and the plane started to go up again, like to where we were before. And I was like, okay, I'm flying the plane. And he was walking me through it, and I was just like, this is so weird. So it was pretty cool. I flew his plane for like 10 minutes, and then once we got closer to the Indianapolis airport, he took over, got on his radio, and he was like, I'm about to land this bitch. Everybody fuck out the way. But I'm just kidding. So like I said, it was really interesting. Not your typical first job, but I don't know. I got some experience from it. Figured out that I don't want to work at an airport. Who would have known? Just to end the video, this is how I quit. This is why I quit. So one day I was walking around the airport in this, hangar or whatever you call it. It's like a garage for airplanes. There's airplanes all over the place, and I'm not paying attention to where I'm going. I'm walking around, I'm looking at my phone, I'm texting, and all of a sudden I bump my head on an airplane wing, practically knocks me out. I drop my phone and everything, and I'm all delusional, like, whoa, what just happened? I pick up my phone and I feel my forehead, and I'm like, oh no, like I really knocked myself out there. I got a bump going here. It's starting to swell up. So I take a trip to the bathroom, and I'm looking in the mirror. By the time I get to the bathroom, it looks 10 times worse, and I'm like, oh no, this is horrible. So I ran around to the kitchen and I grabbed some ice, and I just sat there for like 30 minutes. I just disappeared. Nobody knew where I went. I was just sitting in there with ice on my forehead. Guy comes in, he's like, hey man, what happened? I was just like, dude, don't talk to me right now. I hit my head so hard. I don't even know where I am. But yeah, after that, I quit. That was like the line right there. I was like, I quit. This isn't for me, So anyway, that was my first job and my first time flying a plane. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you haven't already, and I will talk to you guys next time. Peace. Peace.
I'm the same old nigga that was kirking on beats, same tall nigga that was spitting that heat. Born in the burbs, more in the streets, but I always had bars like a 4 in a G. Moog and C, I4 on repeat, but I keep it moving, you whore in a G. Or it's lower on the beach, but I pour and repeat. Niggas talk shit, they avoiding the beef. I drop a song and I'm gone, man, I'm a king, you calm. Damn, ugly ass with your monkey ass, nigga, I'm a beast and I'm raw. Ham, you turned down while we turn up. We underground like we turn ups. On the way to the top and I'm never gonna flop. We observe the heat where y'all burn up.
Turn down, we turn up.